label the biggest one. The first half, just the run defense was real disappointing. I thought we got out of gaps a number of times. I thought we had way too many missed tackles. Just them being able to control that clock in the first half was one of the worst ones I've been a part of, just for as far as a half. I thought we stepped it up there in the second half, did better, especially in the run game. Offense got an opportunity to get going. They gave us an opportunity to get back in the game. And then to have those 3 turnovers, that all 3 led to touchdowns with 21 points. You top that with the penalties and stuff, and that's how you get embarrassed like that. The first one, they had 12 personnel, 2 tight ends in the huddle, which means we have base defense out. They sent another receiver on the field to sub, which when they sub, they're supposed to allow us to sub. So as soon as they did that, we started to change our personnel, and then they rushed up to the line and snapped it. It was a strategic play by them, but one that I don't feel should have been allowed. They didn't give us time to sub on that, and that's why I was upset on that. And then the next one, because they got away with the first one, they tried to do it again the next play, and that's when I went out there arguing again. This time they did allow us to sub. I was out there screaming the whole time, so I'm not exactly aware of what happened with our 12 guys. But obviously we had 12 guys out there. They gave us time to sub, and we didn't get one off. So the second one was on us. When you play first half like that, we gotta be on in the second half. And I loved how we came out on that kick return. I thought that was going to give us some huge momentum. Got called back with that penalty, so we had to go on a long, good drive. And on that drive, I think we got stopped on 4th and 2. But our defense, I think, held them to a 3 and out, so we got it right back. And we were driving, and I thought it seemed like a hell of a throw. They had some soft zone, and he threaded in there between their 2 backers, and looked like it went off Debo's hands. And that was huge because we were trying to get back in the game, but also because they got a big return and got 7 points off of it.
Second week in a row, a lot of penalty issues. What's your frustration level right now with that one?
Big. That was huge at the beginning of the game. We were struggling to get the ball at the beginning of the game, and both of those first 2 drives. We had 2nd and 1 and go back to 2nd and 6 on that tip ball. And then the next one we started in 1st and 20. So I thought that killed us in the opening drives. And I'll see on those special team ones, a couple I looked up on the scoreboard and, see on the plane how much we agree with them or not. But we got to be much better with the penalties, obviously.
I know you never want those issues, but when you're missing as many key guys as you are, is it even more imperative to play clean?
Yeah, definitely. I'm really not concerned right now about how many guys we missed today. We don't play good enough, so that's not a factor. But when you are missing some guys, you do have to be better. And when you have those penalties, when we didn't stop the run like we did, and then having those 3 turnovers in the second half, that's how you get embarrassed.
What was your assessment of how Allen performed
I thought Allen, from what I saw, first of all, we all got embarrassed, so no one played that great. But Brandon, I thought he did some good things. I thought he made some big throws. Just the plays I can think of. He had a rough one in the beginning that he threw to them. They dropped. 2 plays he just slipped on that field that hurt us. But I thought Brandon made some big throws and stuff and gave us a chance.
When did he injure his finger?
It was a few weeks ago, whenever we reported it.
Why start him in spite of that
Because
injury?
he's not hurt.
Okay.
You said why start him? Why start him because of the injury?
In spite of the injury.
He's fine. He hurt his fingers like 3 weeks ago. No, we haven't done anything since. He's been rehabbing the whole time here, and I'm sure we'll take him through some stuff early Monday or Tuesday and got a better idea then.
How close was Trent today? What was that decision?
It was close. It took it all the way up to now, but all the way up till today. But he was hurting yesterday a little worse than last week at this time, which made us nervous, and didn't wake up good today.
What did you see Christian do?
We didn't get our run game going much. I think we only had about 14 carries, and we didn't see much from anybody today.
Do you feel like you guys have lost some of the physicality that you guys try to have as a building block for this team?
In what aspect?
It just seems that in the running game both ways, the offensive running game and then the run defense just seems to be, it almost feels like you guys are kind of getting pushed around in front.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a good old line. They got a good scheme. They ran the ball well. I mean, when you say we're missing physicality, I mean, we are missing some guys, especially some of the more physical guys in terms of like Greenlaw and stuff, and some of our D linemen, and losing our biggest run stopper and Jordan Elliott during that game. So when you're missing some guys out there, which makes a difference, but I thought they did better in the run versus in the second half. Offensively, I don't think we're lacking physicality. We just didn't get a run game going today, and a lot of that has to do with not attempting to do much of it too. Is good? All right, guys.
How do you feel you're seeing it out there today?
Yeah, we started out really slow. I think it took me a minute just to get back into it. So we started slow, which didn't help. Didn't help our defense at all. Started to build some momentum there at the end of the half, going into the second half. Had some drives going, and I think it was just penalties and turnovers really killed us all day today. Tight window. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. But obviously a tough catch. If he was going to catch it, it'd be a really tough catch. But I got a lot of trust in Debo. I'd probably throw it again, but definitely a tough contested catch, tough throw, but didn't work out for us.
Obviously, it's not your throwing hand, but did the broken finger that have any
No.
impact on you?
No, not at all. Yeah, it started, I don't know, it's snowing, rain, whatever, in the second half a little bit, so just made it a little bit slicker, and it kind of killed us on two. I had one play I could have got it to JJ, started slipping on it, and then the fumble, that one's still right on top of my mind right now. Just brutal, but yeah, it's just unfortunate. Oh, the turnover, fumbled the ball, gave him short field, so that's brutal on the team.
It's kind of hard to get off to a quick start. How much of those penalties kind of affect you guys in a couple weeks in a row now?
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough to overcome penalties, but I think we have the guys that can. Doesn't help drives anytime you have penalties on it. So we want to play as clean as we can, but just weren't able to then.
What kind of input did Brock have on the sideline?
He was great. Asked for how I was seeing it, what he was seeing, some of the rotation stuff they had going on, and how he was seeing it, and ideas where to get the ball. But he was really helpful on the sideline for me.
You guys were hanging around. You got the ball in the second half.
Mhm.
You scored. I mean, was there a sense of like, hey, we're not out of this?
No, I don't think we ever thought we were out of it. Especially getting the ball in the second half, scoring late in the first, and then getting the ball in the second half and getting that drive going a little bit, and then stalling out. I think that was the fourth down we didn't get, but we knew if we went down and scored to make it a one-score game there, we'd be right back in it. But unfortunately, on those first two drives, I think we're getting some momentum going, but didn't capitalize.
Did you, at some point, maybe outside the start of the game, like one half, but at some point you feel like, okay, I'm in a rhythm. I mean, it's really tough because you guys, didn't have many offensive snaps to begin with.
Right.
But it's some, like maybe that touchdown drive, you feel like, okay,
Yeah.
this feels right.
Yeah, definitely. Getting back into the rhythm of it, the live bullets and all that, and I think the first two drives, I think we got 3 drives total in the first half, maybe. So, the first 2 drives being basically 3 and outs, didn't help us as an offense really, just get into a rhythm at all.
George,
Howdy. You gotta. Come on, man. Every time. Howdy. What's up?
You're a very positive person.
I'm optimistic. Yes.
Yes. Does this season kind of test that optimism?
No. Why would it? I mean, we're not where we want to be by any means. Losing by what did we lose by 28? Ooh. Losing by 28. That's horrible. We don't want to do that by any means. Obviously, you got to watch the tape, but I think our first 2 drives, penalties backing us up, kind of put our defense at a disadvantage. I think they were at it felt like they were on the field the entire first and part of the second quarter. So time possession was tough. I feel like that's something that I try to emphasize every single week. Like, hey, what are your goals of victory? hold on to the ball, run the ball a ton, don't turn the ball over, and I don't think we did any of those three things tonight. So I think that's why we lost like that. We had 3 turnovers in the second half. They were 5 for 5 in the red zone. That's really tough. Hard to win on that as well. But no, my optimism is not broken by any means. We still have a lot of very talented players. We will get some guys back. And I still have full trust in this coaching staff to put our guys in position to make plays. And I got no worry about that. But definitely uphill grind. And going to see what we're made of, which I'm looking forward to.
Do you have the confidence that you guys have to fight it?
Yeah, what? Of course. Always do.
How about Brandon Allen? How he played? And there's some 6 passes to you, not 6. How was he?
I thought Brandon was great. He was good in the huddle. Spoke loud and clear, which was really nice for us. Yeah, and he made some really good passes. Definitely didn't see the back shoulder ball coming by any means. Not something that he practiced at all, but he gave me a chance at it, which was fun. Yeah, I thought he played, very well. And I think our run game has to be better, so we can help him out a little bit. And again, we just had so many penalties all over the field, which is just really hard to win football games like that.
I was going to ask you about the penalties. What is your frustration level a couple weeks in a row now where that's been a thing?
Penalties are tough. They hinder you. You play behind the chains. Especially in an environment like that, you don't really want to be in 3rd and longs all the time, which is really tough. And then when you are in 3rd and longs, they can bring the pressure. They can do all this stuff to just kind of mess with you. And they did a really good job about that all day. And I feel like they were in a lot of 3rd and shorts. And then the 3rd and longs, they covered all those, and we just didn't. We couldn't stay on the field. Besides our one long drive in the end of the second, we were moving the ball, but we just didn't finish.
What was Kyle's message to the team?
I would say, without going word for word, that's not Niner football. We didn't play the way we wanted to play. Whether it's missed tackles on defense, penalties. I mean, basically what I already said to you guys. I do a good job of taking what Kyle says and just saying it right back to you guys.
George, two-part question.
Yes, sir. I don't know you. What's up?
I work for the AP here.
Oh, wonderful.
Do you always listen to Bob Dylan after a game? I'm curious about that. I heard that. And then
There's times for Bob Dylan.
Yeah, was this one of those?
Yeah, it's definitely a time for Bob Dylan.
Kind of a calming thing.
Yeah, just think about something else.
What did you guys do as skill players? What did you need to do to help out Allen kind of in this start?
Catch everything thrown to us, don't have penalties, and don't turn the ball over. And we didn't really do all those things. And it kind of just put him at a disadvantage. I thought Brandon played his tail off. He did everything he could possibly do, gave guys chances, threw the ball deep, put the ball on us. And whether it was we couldn't convert on a couple of 3rd downs or 4th downs, it was just tough. I thought he played well, and we just have to play better.
George's interception looked like he ran for the ball. Did you see that?
The one across the middle tipped. Well, I would say I was running a deep ball on that, so I didn't see anything except for everyone going the other direction. So I had to do a quick 180 spin and then try to chase him down. Brandon's the one thing I respect about Brandon. He's giving everybody opportunities. Like he's gonna force you the ball, and he's just gonna give you a shot. Like I said, like the seam ball he threw me a back shoulder. That's not something that we hardly ever practice, those back shoulder stuff and like that. But when he sees you with a one-on-one, he's just gonna give you an opportunity, which I really respect that from him.
Thanks, George.
Thank you, guys.
Can you explain the number of missed tackles that you guys had on defense today?
That's just poor technique, poor execution across the board. We knew the challenge that their running backs gave for us going into the game, and we just didn't execute.
Can you take us through the back-to-back penalties, too many men on the field? How that frustrates you guys?
That's unacceptable. That's across the board. There's nobody to point a finger at on that particular situation. It's all of us not being on the same page. We got to be better.
There's been drives where you've been consistent, and then there's been drives where it's been not winners football. How do you guys get back that consistency? Because it's been all over the board.
Yeah, that's something we got to look at as soon as we get back home, because we can't just keep doing the same things, expecting a different result. We got to be better and take a look, individually first and then as a group.
How discouraging was that first half? Can you remember a half that?
Yeah, no, that's about as bad as it can get. Probably the worst I've been a part of. And, even then it was still 17-7 to end the first half. 10-point game, still had everything in front of us. We just didn't make the plays we needed to.
Any miscommunication issues between you guys on the field? Not, I mean, obviously the 12 nail thing, but outside of that?
No, I mean, other than that, I don't think there was a ton of miscommunication throughout. I think they presented some different run looks than we had prepared for in the first half, which we adjusted to as the game went on, and which was helpful. But we got to be better from the jump.
Is it sort of like going into this, just emotional letdown's probably not the right term, but you don't have three superstars. Does that affect you guys' psyche at all?
No, I mean, we had all the confidence in the world who we were going into the game with. We just didn't. Obviously, with the results of the game, it's going to look like we thought that we didn't have a chance. That wasn't the case at all. We were confident. We came in ready to go. We just didn't execute at a high enough level.
I'm sure any loss is painful, but does it hurt? I mean, how do you digest a loss like this when the scoreboard is lopsided?
Yeah, no, this is probably one of the worst ones I've been a part of. It is embarrassing. You got to take it on the chin, take it like a man, and move on.
That's good. Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.